Good evening, guys. I am Mohammed Misbah, and then you are welcome to GS Studios. Tonight, I'll be bringing to you our sports updates, and then we will be discussing tomorrow's most anticipated game. That is the biggest clash between Barcelona and then Atletico Madrid. I'm sure many of you guys are excited to witness this top superior game. Yeah. So I believe on paper, Barcelona is coming into this game having more edge over Atletico Madrid because Barcelona has won 7 out of their last 10 games against Atletico Madrid. With the Madrid side winning 2 games and then they have one draw between them. So on paper, I believe Barcelona has the edge. But within these big games, there are always more surprises when the results come. It wouldn't be a surprise if Atletico Madrid comes out victorious because big games are big games. All right. So I'll be talking about Barcelona's side coming into this game. So we all know, personally, I believe some system of plays when they are maximized at their peak overcome certain system of plays. Why am I saying this? I'm talking in a sense that I believe Barcelona is well known for their tiki taka, and then Atletico Madrid is known for their, let's say, quick transition. That is with a low defensive mid block, and then they counter attack you. So I believe with this concept of football, uh, tiki taka when it's maximized to its superior, let's say to its peak against counter attacking football, I believe tiki taka edges a little bit in a sense that tiki taka is more about controlling the game, dictating the tempo, and then directing passes. Where you have control of the game, it tends more to win the game than you sitting back and trying to attack. That's how come Barcelona always have better results when it comes to these clashes, unlike their rival Real Madrid, because Real Madrid and then Atletico Madrid, they kind of play the same um, tactical play. That is counter-attacking football. So I believe Atletico Madrid has, sorry, Barcelona has the edge over Atletico Madrid. Okay, Barcelona, but here is one thing: going into the to this game, Barcelona is not having some key players. For some system of plays to work, you need to have certain kind of profile players within your team. And then Barcelona players like Rafinha, they start the press, and then every press has to be well coordinated. You have to get the leader, that is Rafinha, and also the rest will follow. But here is the case: Rafinha wouldn't be available, and then we all know of late, um, Barcelona, so their defensive setup is not really that good. So, like I said earlier, with the tiki taka, it is more about ball control, and then with ball control, you have to push the line a little bit further. So, Barcelona are always playing high line, and they rely much on their offside traps to work for them. So, if you don't have certain profiles in your setup, with the tiki taka, you have a little bit of challenges. You have to have a defender that is very pacey, that can recover the balls on counter breaks, which Barcelona are missing key players such as Baldi and then Kunde. Their first or their top players when it comes to their defense, they are missing certain key players. So Barcelona will be playing, more likely be playing with Gerard Martin and then Pau Kubasi, which they lack a little bit of pace. And then with them facing players like Ademola Lukman, Gilano Simeone, I think if care is not taken, their offside tribe will be broken because Atletico Madrid has played 2 games against Barcelona currently, recently. And then in the first game, they had a very good game because they didn't really shy away. In the second game, I believe they respected Barcelona too much and let them have the ball. And then I believe we can all bear witness that if a team faces Barcelona and doesn't really give enough respect in a sense that they allow Barcelona to have much of the ball, I think Barcelona tends to struggle because Barcelona love to have the ball and then try and direct passes, create chances, and then expose the opposition's defense before scoring. So if you don't allow them to have much of the ball, and then you are always on them, and then you are able to escape their offside trap, I believe you can get a very good results out of them. So, like I said earlier, within these big games, the results are always not surprising. Though one may come into the game as the, let's say, favorite to win the game, but surprises do happen in big games. So I will not be much surprised if Atletico Madrid comes into the game victorious because it is a big game and then Barcelona is not really having their full setup. And also, I think Barcelona wouldn't wish to lose the game because or drop points because they are in a very crucial state within this season. And dropping points as at this time is not really favorable to them because Barcelona are leading Madrid with 4 points. So I believe they wouldn't want to drop points in this big game, given the fact that Real Madrid has already played Atletico Madrid, coming out victorious. So I don't think it's advisable for them to drop points, given the fact that they really want to win this league. Okay, so I predict Barcelona will come into this game with their usual 4-2-3-1 formation, with a back line of Gerard Martin, Pau Kubasi as their central defenders, with possibly Araujo or uh, Garcia playing as the right back, and with the left back fraternity, I think Joao Cancelo will cover that space, and then with a midfield of Mark Bernal and then Pedri, given the fact that Frankie De Jong is still out with an injury. So they will play Fermin as a number 10 with Lamine Yamal on the right side, and then Marcus Rashford, I believe, would be given an opportunity, given the fact that Rafinha is also out with an injury. And the usual, we know the top striker would always be Robert Lewandowski if he is fully fit. Okay, so with this setup, I think Barcelona is more favorable. But like I said, big games always come with surprises. So I would also be discussing um, Atletico Madrid side coming into this game with such an experienced coach who has had almost numbers of these games against Barcelona. So I think he would know how to manage this game. I believe right now he has so much quality up front with the likes of Ademola Lukman and his own son, Gilani Simeone. And hey, if we have players that we believe they made the starting spot because of their father's heritage, I think the world can boldly say Gilano Simeone has earned the spot. He's a very fine player, a very workaholic player, and he offers more to this Atletico Madrid setup. So I believe Atletico Madrid would also be coming into this game fully prepared with their low defensive mid block as usual, trying to counter attack Barcelona. I also believe they wouldn't repeat the same mistake they did in their previous game as with Barcelona. Their last game, I think they shied away. They respected Barcelona too much, which nearly led into a chaos because they had a 4-0 lead, sorry, a 4-0 aggregate lead to defend, and then Barcelona almost did a comeback because they won by 3 goals in the second leg. So I think they've learned from their mistakes and they wouldn't really be repeating mistakes within their game, tomorrow's game. Okay, so I predict Atletico Madrid will also be coming into this game with a 4-4-2 diamond shape, having a backline of Leonormand and then Hanko as their central defenders, Rugri and Molina as their fullbacks, Alex Baena and Koke Resurrection. We all know Koke Resurrection. He's a very experienced midfielder. Just unfortunate to have come within the era of the Xavi and Iniestas, so he had no time to, let's say, advantage to play within the Spanish setup. Though he used to come on as subs, and then the inform Ademola Lukman and then Gilani Simeone, and then the experienced Antoine Griezmann, and then the informed striker Julian Alvarez. So I believe they will be coming into this game planning to be victorious to motivate them ahead of their main clash in the Champions League against Barcelona. So I believe the one who comes victorious within this big clash will have one of the biggest motivation going into the Champions League game. As we all know, they will be playing, I believe, either Wednesday or Tuesday. So it's going to be a very tough game. But like I said, big games always come with big surprises. So at this point, if you haven't liked or subscribed to our YouTube channel, then I'm urging you to like, subscribe, and then share our YouTube channel, which is JS Studios, for more better content creation, more sports updates, more transfer rumors, and everything concerning sports. I am Mohammed Misbah. I'm a sports addict. I love sports. And then, if God willing, we will be bringing to you more sports updates. Thank you very much for listening to this channel. And I hope I can offer more. Thank you once again. Bye.